You're hearing a dire wolf howl for the first time in over 10,000 years. Meet Romulus and Remus, the world's first de-extinct animals, born on October 1st, 2024. The dire wolf vanished over 10,000 years ago. Now, it's back. Using ancient DNA from fossils, scientists at Colossal used genetic engineering to revive the species. A major breakthrough for science, conservation, and the future.
Have you ever wondered what drove the dire wolf to extinction? Well, stick around and we'll reveal the true cause for the dire wolf's extinction. These legendary creatures roamed North America during the Ice Age. It's believed that climate change, competition with other predators, and their specialized diet all played a role. Unlike their modern cousin, the grey wolf, dire wolves couldn't adapt fast enough to survive. Fascinating, right? Like and subscribe.
Now that the dire wolf has been brought back, 5 other terrifying extinct species might be next. Number 1, Titanoboa. It's the biggest snake ever discovered, around 50 feet long and 3 feet wide, bigger than a typical school bus. Scientists believe it was once the Earth's top predator, lurking in swamps, super aggressive, and basically untouchable. Number 2, giant Meganeura. These carnivorous bugs had massive wings, up to 2.5 feet, and they preyed on small animals. If brought back, they could pose a serious threat to small children. Number 3, Deinosuchus. This beast was North America's apex predator. Even T-Rex might have been on its menu. With 6-inch long teeth, it could crush dinosaur bones with ease. It measured over 50 feet and weighed more than 7 tons. Number 4, short-faced bear. This bear was one of the most powerful predators in North America, up to 11.5 feet tall when standing and could run 37 miles per hour. If revived, it could throw ecosystems completely out of balance. Number 5, terror bird. This flight. Now that the dire wolf...
I mean, it sounds like something out of a science fiction movie, right? But we promise it's not. The scientists use extremely advanced genetic editing technologies to recreate the dire wolf's genome, or at least something they say is very close to it. The company says this is the first time they've ever brought an extinct species back to life.
Did you see the news of dire wolves getting brought back to life with science? Are they actually dire wolves? This is Romulus and Remus at 1 month old, and this is them at 3 months old. Yeah, those things are gonna find me and kill me. The biotech company Colossal Biosciences used DNA from a 13,000-year-old tooth and a 72,000-year-old skull, as well as using common gray wolf DNA, gene editing, and domestic dog surrogates. And now the world has 3 dire wolves living in a secret location in the US named Romulus, Remus, and Khaleesi. But experts say these aren't actually dire wolves. Zoologist Philip Seddon from the University of Otago in New Zealand told BBC they're just genetically modified grey wolves. Paleogeneticist Dr. Nick Rawlins explained that ancient direwolf DNA is too degraded to biologically clone, which is why the company had to use grey wolf DNA. He said they just made a grey wolf with direwolf characteristics, like a larger skull and white fur. It's just a hybrid, not the real thing. Either way, this is literally the plot of Jurassic Park, so what do you think of all this? Let us know. Did you see?
What is 0 divided by 0?
Imagine. Excuse me.
These are our last days, as scientists have officially resurrected extinct vicious animals that have strengths we have never experienced before, and they've been let free, ready to hunt us. People were terrified after scientists at Colossal Bioscience resurrected the dire wolves by taking their genes from their fossils and reproducing them, with many saying there are catastrophic consequences for those who play God, as many experts try to warn Colossal to stop this and just how dangerous this will be, saying that by reproducing their old genes, we are possibly creating super versions of what they once were, warning they will turn on us and threaten humanity.
When you're playing with nature, nature usually wins.
And spoiler alert, we all know that didn't end well.
Haunting footage shows these scientists who raised the new dire wolves to even notice that they were already acting eerie and exhibiting behaviors from their former time period by being freaked out and angry towards humans and turning violent. These are our last days.
Extinct no more. The direwolf has returned.
There are 7 steps to making a direwolf. The first step is to find actual direwolf fossils. Second, we have to generate this genome sequence from a direwolf. So we use the tools of ancient DNA. We take the fossils that we found, we grind them up, and we extract preserved DNA. We then have to line those up and assemble them into the whole direwolf genome sequence. The third step then is to identify what it is that made a direwolf like a direwolf and not like a gray wolf. To do this, we line the direwolf genome up against the gray wolf genome on a computer, and we scan them, looking for where they're different from each other. This is how we identify the core genes that makes a direwolf a direwolf. After we've identified which of the genes we want to change, it's time to design the tools that we're going to use to actually make those edits in living cells. This is part of the genome engineering process. Step 5, which is actually using those tools to make the edits. This is where we're working with cells in a dish in a lab, and we are actually going into the genomes of those cells and cutting out the gray wolf versions of the genes and pasting in their place the direwolf versions of those genes. After we have those edited cells, it's time to turn that into a living animal. So step 6, embryo transfer. This is where we take these cells and we take another cell that has had its nucleus removed, so it doesn't have any of its own DNA, and we inject in its place our edited genome sequence. And then we're on to the final step. Transfer those edited embryos into a surrogate maternal host who's going to give birth